Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited because tonight we are watching the 7th episode of season 2 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. It just dropped like an hour ago maybe. I have not seen it yet, and so this is going to be a blind reaction, so I'm super excited about that. I have been at work all day, so I'm very tired, and I didn't feel like doing a full face of makeup or dressing cute, so if I look like a feral alley cat, deal with it.
She's our feral little alley cat.
But anyways, I'm excited. Let's get into the video.
Mommy, I need you.
I forgot about the phone call. I'm so excited for this.
Ellie, wake up. Wake up!
Yes, Queen Laurel is coming to save the day. She's coming to save the day. Oh, I forgot subtitles. I forgot to turn on my subtitles.
Laurel grabs her.
No.
Jesus. I don't want that.
You can't stand me, period. Ever since her funeral, you have been so angry with me. What do you want me to say?
Oh my god. I can't. That funeral scene was really, really bad. It was. The scene was done great. The actors did great. What happened was really, really bad. So I can't exactly blame Laurel for being mad, but at the same time, she's got to realize that her kids are going through it too and they need help, and she can't just shut them out.
The only mistake I made was thinking that you could help. Susanna would never forgive you for abandoning her boys. She would never.
She's right. She's right. Susanna would not. I don't think Laurel's gonna do that, but if she did, Susanna would not.
Never even believe.
Oh. 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 Oh no. Oh, that. No. No.
Belly.
Her cheeks are red. They are red. Like, was that a real slap? Was that not a stage slap? Her cheeks are red.
Belly.
Like, look at that. I don't think you can see it on camera, but her cheek is red. Okay, I was wondering the layout of this house in season 1. We knew Jeremiah's room was next to Belly's because of the knock, but then it also says that the guest room is it. The show says that the guest room is next to Belly's. When her dad and his girlfriend come and she's like, oh, they're sleeping in the room next to mine. But on the other side of this room, in season 1, we see Belly leaving the bathroom. So the bathroom is across from Jeremiah's room. So where's this guest room that's supposed to be next to Belly's room?
You want some company?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is not about to be a mirrored scene from the... I feel like it's about to be a mirrored scene from the season 1 finale, from the ending scene with her and Conrad. I feel like that's about to happen. And the only reason I'd be okay with it is because if Belly ends up with Jeremiah in this season, and we just got a season 3 confirmation, if she ends up with Jeremiah in this season, there's no way she's going to end up with him at the end, because they're not going to have a full season of them just being a happy couple with no drama. Like, that's what the show is. It's drama. But, oh God, I feel like it's about to try to be like a mirrored scene.
Everything's a mess.
She's right. The show is really messy. in in a good way. It's meant to be messy. Definitely not something you want in your real life, but it is very entertaining to watch.
I knew that you and Conrad had talked in the fall about me, but I had no idea that he came to you begging for your blessing.
I hate Jeremiah. I hate Jeremiah so much.
I mean, I'm sure that Conrad was just only trying to, fix.
Don't defend him to me. Just this once, please.
Jeremiah literally messes up all the time. All the time. Jeremiah is always messing up, and he's like, Conrad's so awful. No, he's not. Jeremiah messes up all the time. I have a list. I don't have like a physical list like written out, but there's a list in my head of all of the red flags that Jeremiah has. I did an actual list for my season 1 video for just the ones in season 1, but there's a lot. I've read all 3 books. There's a lot. I got 3 Tinder notifications, and I'm just gonna silence that for now, but it's probably gonna go nowhere, like it always does.
There is nothing left between me and Conrad.
That's a lie. That's an absolute lie, and you know it. It's an absolute freaking lie.
There'll always be something between you and Conrad.
The one time Jeremiah was right. The only time that Jeremiah was right.
I'm just glad your mom isn't here to see what you guys did to her house. I want this place spotless. And for every single thing of Susanna's to be put back exactly where it belongs. If even one thing is broken or missing.
No. Laurel thinks that they emptied out the house to have a party. Oh, God. She's missing so much. We need Laurel to save the day.
Mom, we weren't the ones who moved her stuff.
It was Aunt Julia. She's the one who emptied it, not us.
She really thought the kids just were like, let's throw a party and move everything out.
I know I f***ed up. All right, and Belly too, but at least she was here.
Okay, you can't be like that to Laurel. At least she was here. This in the subtitle says the second that they needed her help. Like, but Laurel did too. And now Laurel dropped the ball a lot this season, and I know she was going through it and she was mourning, but so were her kids, and she kind of did drop the ball a little bit there by not being there for her kids and, blaming Belly for everything and all that. But as far as the selling of the house goes, Laurel showed up as soon as she found out too. So you can't really blame her for that.
The second they needed her, she stepped up. You didn't even tell anyone this was coming.
Steve.
She just told you she thought that Susanna worked it out with her lawyers before she died.
Try harder then.
I feel like this family, both of these families, would benefit a lot from therapy. Because, I understand. They're all going through it. And they're probably saying some stuff to each other that they don't really mean. And again, Laurel kind of dropped the ball with, helping her kids through it. But parents also need to process things for themselves. And they need to find a balance on how to do that. And Laurel just didn't do that this season. And that doesn't mean she's a bad mom or a bad person. It just means she probably needed some help. And so did the kids. From her and maybe from a therapist as well.
I shouldn't have hit you. You never did that before. You forgive me? Yes. Do you forgive me?
Stop. Oh my God. No show Okay, that's a lot. I've cried at shows before, but like, there's been almost no show that I can remember that's made me cry as much as this one.
We've all made mistakes, Mom.
Like when you decided to kiss Jeremiah. I just realized that as soon as she said mistake, they cut to Jeremiah. Jenny Han is a brilliant mastermind.
Bus station? What? No. Look, if you're gonna go, use my car. Okay. Let me get the keys.
Stop it right now! They're so cute.
Remember to fill the tank with gas when it's half empty. It's like road trip 101.
But it'll still be half full then. Regular unleaded, right?
But that's a joke! High octane premium!
She might as well put diesel in the car.
No.
She tore out of there. She did not waste any time. She said, I'm gonna give him a heart attack and leave.
Was that blood?
That is neon orange. I mean, I already hated Aunt Julia, but I didn't know she was stupid too.
Julia, I know you and Beck had your issues.
Correct.
Bro, like, Susanna just died of cancer. Like, yeah, you can have your issues with somebody, but like, they just died of cancer and you can't even be bothered to give people that cared about them the time of day or to even respect that they cared about them just because you had issues with them.
If Susanna really wanted to talk to me, she would have called.
Would you have picked up? I don't think you would have picked up the phone. You don't seem like the type of person that would have picked up the phone.
Instead, she sent a letter.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? You're mad because she sent you a letter in the mail instead of calling you? Probably because you wouldn't have picked up the phone. But if someone sends you, especially in 2023, if someone sends you a handwritten letter, you're probably going to read it. So, why wouldn't have you read the letter and be like, oh, she wants to talk to me. Let me call her. Also, sending a letter takes way more time and effort than a phone call.
How could you possibly expect that when this family's never done right?
I don't know, maybe because her husband's rich and can afford it. The boys could if he let them use the trust. She had, you have options. You just said, I don't want to deal with it. Although, to be fair, Adam was also asked to buy the house by the boys, and he also said no. But Adam is a douchebag, and we've already established that. So
Every summer before shipping me off to cousins, my mom would tell me it was my job to get my dad to give enough of a shit about me to keep paying child support.
No, I think that at least if you go through the courts, he legally has to do that, even if he thinks that the child is like an awful person.
I tried to tell Susanna about it, but she didn't want to accept it.
Beck never liked to dig into the messy.
This whole family is messy. The whole thing is messy. She was actively encouraging Conrad and Belly, which that's the correct choice. But then she found out about Belly and Jeremiah. The whole thing is messy.
I never wrote her back. I never said goodbye.
Even if you have issues with your sister or someone in your family, how do you literally hear that they have cancer and are dying and not give enough of a shit to just call them or even or anything?
I've decided to pull out of the sale.
I am happy. I am very happy. But what does this mean? Because Aunt Julia's established that she can't afford and doesn't want the house. So I'm excited to see what happens here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You did not just go to Jeremiah first instead of Conrad.
And I hate the thought of you looking back on the night that we spent here together and regretting what we did.
Mm. Oh my god. The song's called Mend It. I haven't heard this song before, so I'm going based off of the subtitles alone. But a song called Mended maybe leads to some mending of some relationships. So we'll see. But again, as much of Team Conrad as I am, I don't want Belly to end up with Conrad right now. Because whoever she ends up with in this season, she's probably not going to end up with at the end. Because they're not going to have a full season of just a happy couple. So, as much as I am diehard Team Conrad, let's just get Jeremiah's time out of the way. Let's get that done with, and then just end up with Conrad.
Friends.
It hurts, but I know it's gotta happen. Because, like I said, I can keep saying, she can't end up with Conrad this season. Because she's gotta end up with him at the end. So it hurts that they're friends. But at least we're getting Jeremiah's BS out of the way. Oh, he's so sad. He's so sad. He's about to have another panic attack, isn't he? No, Conrad. No. Adam, if you come in here with the same BS that you did last season, you're gonna catch these hands.
Get on my head. Get on my head.
Where are the kids?
I think they're giving us space so you and I can have an adult conversation about the house.
She's like giving us space as they're all just migrating.
Yeah, thanks for coming all this way to back me up.
Is he really that stupid? Is he really that dumb that he thinks Laurel would agree with him? Like, are you dense? What's going on?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to squander their trust to buy this house, and frankly, I'm surprised that you would support that.
When did I ever say that?
Real estate is not the worst investment ever. Especially a nice house like that on the beach. Like, if the boys used their trust for it and then ended up, in a bind and needing money later on, I'm sure it would be a last resort, but they could sell it if they needed to.
Adam.
No, shut up,
listen to
Laurel.
me.
You don't have a vote, okay? I know Sue's made you feel like this house is part yours, but it's not.
Adam, you're gonna catch these hands. You can't say stuff like that. That's so disrespectful. I mean, I guess legally it's not Laurel's. But you know what? Legally it's not his either, so why does he get a vote? I mean, unless he pays for it, but he's said that he's not gonna do that, so he shouldn't get one either.
Look, I thought it would be better this way.
How? How? You thought it was gonna be better? You thought that losing this massive thing that connects them to their mom would be better after she died? Adam is so stupid.
Easier for you? Yeah. Being here is hard.
No one said he had to be there. I mean, Laurel called him to to buy this house, to make the deal. But no one said he had to come back after.
Look, I'm not going to let them use their trust.
But
But if I sell the Boston house, that could give us enough.
wait, so they'd move there full time? I mean, I'm not against it.
I should have told you how I felt. Or how I've been feeling for most of our lives.
No. No. You can't. There's so many things in this show that, like, there's so many moments in this show where Jeremiah talks about the first time he had feelings for Belly. Or, like, it's shown or whatever. Like, there was, I can't remember if it was in season 1 or it was in season 2. And she's talking about, like, the flashback where, like, they both got sick and, like, were staying home with each other to keep each other company. And, like, he tried to, like, grab her hand or whatever, like, brushed against her fingers or something. And so that kind of insinuated that, like, he started to have feelings for her when they were like, I think they were 13 in that flashback or whatever. But then in season 2, I think in episode 1 or 2 of season 2, he talks about the first time he had feelings for Belly, and he said everything changed last summer, which was the season 1 summer. And it flashed back to season 1, to the first episode of season 1, when Belly and Steven and Laurel first got to the beach house, and she's getting out of the car, and he's like, I looked at her and everything changed at that moment. So, like, is it their whole lives, or was it that moment? That doesn't make any sense. You can't just flip back and forth.
I don't want to be that guy anymore. You know, like always smiling whether he's happy or not.
Here's the thing. Jeremiah doesn't have to be that person that's always smiling whether or not he's happy. And Conrad doesn't need to be the person that takes on the responsibility of everybody's emotions and how everybody reacts to things. And that's why I think this family could benefit from therapy.
It was wild, dude. You and Belly laying in me on the same night. It was almost like really funny. But
Jesus.
I deserved it. I deserved it all.
No, you didn't. You didn't deserve all that BS that Jeremiah gave you about not being there when their mom was dying. Because Conrad was at school. He was in college studying to get a degree to become a doctor so that he could help people with cancer, and then was even there on the weekends. And the only reason Jeremiah was there every day is because he was in high school and literally lived with his mom. So, and for Conrad to be able to come every single weekend and be pre-med, like, that's a heavy course load for pre-meds. Heavy course load. And he was able to take off every single weekend and still come back home. He did what he could. They both did what they could. It just so happens that Jeremiah was there every day because he literally lived there.
I got into Stanford. But look, I'm not going to go. I'm going to stay proud.
He can't. Jeremiah literally just had this whole thing about we need to start talking to each other and telling each other stuff and not worrying about if it's gonna make the other one mad or make the other one upset. We just need to be honest with each other.
All right, so we talk. You know, if something comes to mind, we say it, and whether it hurts or pisses each other off.
And that's exactly what Conrad just did. And then he just was like, all right, let's go. Like, he got mad about it. At least I'm assuming he's mad. That kind of came off, his reaction came off mad. So if that was meant to be mad, he's a hypocrite. That's another strike for Jeremiah. Hypocrite.
Stanford is a dream school. Jared, I'm not going to let you give up on your dream and stay at Brown because you're trying to do right by me. I'll be fucking pissed.
It's not. There's more to it.
Is it Belly? Is it because it's closer to Belly?
Like the fact they'll probably pull my acceptance for missing my final tomorrow.
Cool. Then you won't miss it.
Oh, I I forgot about this in the books. I forgot about this plot line. This is gonna be really cool.
Esquire's exams are nearly impossible when I'm up to speed, let alone now.
Then it's possible. Come on, we'll pull an all-night study session and we'll get you ready for it. Just no problem.
If they do what they did in the books, this is about to be really cool.
Dude, you know I'm 18, right? Like, I don't need my mom's permission to... I need my mom's...
Steven thought he was hot shit. Steven said, I'm an adult. No, you're not. No, you're not.
I also know how much Stanford means to you. I mean, you made me proof your essay 5 times.
No, I didn't. No, I did. I did.
I want to help.
They're cute. They're so cute. And I don't know if it makes sense to anybody else why I'm okay with them being just friends for now and not ending up together this season. But it makes sense in my head. And I wish that I could take what's in my head and just present it to you guys as that. But words don't, they're words and they're hard. So sometimes my thoughts get jumbled up and I don't really know exactly how to say it, but I hope that it makes sense the way I put it.
This will be the last thing I do for Conrad Fisher. Get him to Stanford. Once he's there, maybe we can finally let each other go.
What? I'm pretty sure since those subtitles were in italics, that means they were quotes from the book. Or no, that's probably not what it means. It's probably because it was a voiceover. But like, I don't like, why does it have to, like, even if you were like really just gonna, you're not just friends, but even if you were really just gonna be friends, why are you gonna be like, it's gonna be the last thing I ever do for him? Friends do stuff for each other. It's called being friendly and like being nice and doing favors. Like, it doesn't have to be that dramatic.
Do you know how long it's been setting out?
Steven did not care at all.
Rise and shine.
She said only an hour.
Oh, I'm too tired to study. I need a power nap.
Please, Belly, just 1 hour.
Fine. 1 hour, and that is it.
It looks like more than an hour. She said it was afternoon before they went to sleep. That looks like more than an hour.
Jack, you sleep through a tidal wave.
She said, all right, bet.
Good morning, Bells.
Morning. It's almost 5. I let you sleep for an extra half hour, so you better be grateful.
I'm grateful.
Every time I see like a cute scene with them together, I just have to remind myself, that's just one cute scene closer to the end.
It's a reward system, huh?
What else do I get? What else do I get?
Ah! No! Not the callback. So what do you give me if I do?
Yes, Mickey D's
Nope,
cheeseburgers?
Nope.
I want to know how Belly afforded all those cheeseburgers. She doesn't have a job. Steven's not working at the country club, and he gambled away all his money. So, like, he didn't get them. I want to know how she afforded them. By the way, so far this is not going how it did in the book, but it's still funny.
Where?
Dance breaks
I don't
are
dance.
essential to all-nighters.
Did Conrad really just say, I don't dance? There's so many scenes in season 1 of him dancing or talking about him dancing. There's the scene where he teaches Belly to shag, the flashback scene in season 1, where he teaches Belly to shag. There's the scene that he's not in, but Belly and Nicole are talking about when he was Nicole's escort to the debutante ball, and Belly says, yeah, Suzanne taught him a lot of dances. And then there's literally the scene of him dancing with Belly at the debutante ball, and he's about to be like, I don't dance, like he's like Chad from High School Musical or something. What is Belly sleeping in? It looks like a cocoon.
And if you're lucky enough to get another chance, you'll do everything you can not to f it up again.
What are you talking about? Other chance, Belly? Second chance with what, Belly? What's interesting?
Quit it. My editor's hounding me for pages, and I'm not letting her read anything yet either.
Okay, but I am your muse.
If you don't want her to read it, why are you writing it right next to her?
If your sales don't skyrocket when I die, I am gonna be so pissed.
As someone that works at a bookstore, they did, Susanna. At least for It's Not Summer Without You, the actual book by Jenny Han. It did. It skyrocketed a lot. There were so many copies of all 3 books of The Summer I Turned Pretty. The day before season 2 released, when I was helping set up the display, I was sweating because I had to move so many copies of just the first book, and then there were also many copies of the second book or the third book, and then the second book came in like the next day or something. So there was a lot of copies, Susanna. And I sweated for them. And yeah.
You gonna tell her?
It's not gonna happen this season, and that's okay, because it's gonna be Endgame. It's gonna be Endgame. I love that Steven is like, he took over the mantle of Team Conrad later when Susanna died. And I really appreciate that, and I really enjoy having Steven on our team. Because so far, other than Taylor, which we know Taylor makes poor decisions in her own dating life, other than Taylor, there's no one in this show that's Team Jeremiah. So I appreciate the outpouring of support from Steven. By the way, my comment about Taylor making poor decisions in her own dating life was about Milo and not Steven. I think Taylor and Steven are cute together. And I hope that Steven could convert Taylor. Okay, they all look like they're leaving. But Jeremiah's closing his Jeep in the garage. Unless it's... I mean, at least I thought that it was like his car, his Jeep. But maybe it's just like a car they keep at the beach house that he uses when they're there? No, because him and Belly drove from Boston to Cousins in the Jeep. Why is he closing the Jeep in the garage if they're all about to leave?
Thought you guys could use some caffeine for your drive to Brown.
Are you serious?
Oh, they're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing the thing that I thought they were going to do. The really cool thing. Oh my god, this is going to be a really good storyline. This is going to be awesome. It's probably going to be in the next... It's probably going to be in the next episode. It's probably going to start in this episode and continue into the next episode. But if they do this, how they did it in the books... And I'm sure there's other ways to do it, too, that it would still be cool. But if they do this how they did it in the books, it's going to be cool.
Oh, God.
Bring her straight home after your exam.
Absolutely.
Why does that sound sarcastic? Like he's like, oh, yeah, for sure, we're coming home. Like they weren't going to come home after. Oh, I think I know why. And it's because something did happen in the books. But the thing that I'm thinking of happened before they got to Brown. but they also left for Brown the day before the exams, so maybe they'll just like switch the occurrence of it happening, and just make that happen on the way back from Brown instead of on the way to Brown. If you've read the books, I feel like you know what I'm talking about, but I don't want to say what it is for the people that haven't read the books in case I spoil it. But if it happens, I'll make sure to like note to say when it happens, if it happens, so then everybody can be in on it. And if it doesn't happen, then I'll just explain it at the end of the season.
No.
No, we don't.
Oh. They're about to do a belly flop, aren't they?
Belly flop! Belly flop! There you go!
Okay, I'm still confused about the car situation, because even if they take Conrad's car to Brown and then they drop off Belly, then either Jeremiah is going to get stuck at Brown because he's going to drop off Belly and then bring the car back, or Conrad's going to get stuck at Brown because Jeremiah is going to steal his car. Honestly, even though I don't know what's going to happen with said car, I'm going to go ahead and give Jeremiah another strike for potential Grand Theft Auto.
You cold?
No, I'm okay. I like chili. Just need like... Oh, thank you.
Oh. That was a slick move, bro.
Crazy about Elvis, loves horses, and her boyfriend too.
Oh, you see that smile when it said boyfriend? He looked right at Belly. He still wants her. He still wants her. And I've said it 3 times in this video, so I'm not going to say it again. The whole reason why I'm okay with them not being together right now. But it gives me pleasure. It gives me hope knowing that, because like as long as they don't end up together at the end of the season, but like the spark is still there, then it gives me hope, because they don't need to be together right now. We need to get through Jeremiah's BS and get him out of the way. But there's still a spark there, so there's still potential for it. I also think it would be healthy for all 3 of these people to date outside of this triangle for like a little bit. And then Conrad and Belly can get married when they're, you know, adults in their like late 20s, early 30s, maybe more than that, whenever they're ready to get married. But I think it would also be healthy to like date around a little bit. Also, the fact that as soon as it says boyfriend, it cuts right to Conrad. I love Jenny Han's mind. I love the Easter eggs. It's amazing. No, he did not. Well, I guess I don't think he bought it for her. But is she about to change into a Finch sweatshirt? And then when they go back to pick up Conrad, she's gonna not have his sweatshirt on anymore. Is that gonna be a thing?
Belly, I don't know if we're supposed to...
Oh, come on, live a little.
Plus, even if they're not supposed to be there, they could just be like, "Oh, sorry, we're gonna be new students. We were looking around, the door was unlocked." Like nothing's gonna happen if you're just not acting sketchy.
And if you really wanted to, you could play here.
Well, I think she'd have to get back on her high school team first. Is that... They're advertising a brown sweatshirt on this on this screen.
I'm gonna ask my coach if there's any way that I can get back on the team when I get home. Throw myself at her mercy.
Well, you're pretty hard to resist.
Shut up, Jeremiah. I need Jeremiah to stop being cringy. Like, stop it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about your feelings.
Are you ever gonna give me a second chance?
What? It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's really okay. That's what goes on in my head every time that they have like a cute scene with Belly and Jeremiah. Because I keep reminding myself she's not gonna end up with, like, an end game. She's not gonna end up with whoever she ends up with in this season. So every time that happens, every time there's something about Belly flirting with Jeremiah or them both flirting with each other or whatever, that's what goes on in my head. Is it's okay, it's fine, it's okay, it's really fine.
Belly, if I fall for you again, I don't think I can take it if you change your mind like last time.
I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Absolutely, you would. Did you see that lyric? Did you see that lyric?
I want you.
Belly.
History keeps repeating. You know what happened? What happened in history with these two? They kissed a few times, and then she said, "No, I want your brother." So history is going to repeat itself again. No, that's exactly how it happened in the books, and I'm really okay with that because she ended up with Conrad in the books. That's a really great frame, a shot of Chris Brady. That's a really good one. Oh god, this is so messy, and I love it. Oh, and it's the end of the episode, of course. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I think I need to collect myself for a few minutes before I come back to film this outro. So... Okay, I'm back. And I don't think I've collected myself enough, but I don't think that's gonna happen for a few days. That's usually how it goes with the show. I'm like just awestruck by every episode for a few days. After taking a minute and texting one of my friends who also watches the show, telling her that I just did this blind reaction and talking about how messy this show is, I think I'm well enough in order, I don't know, to film this outro. I don't know what to say. I'm super excited for next week's episode, though. I'm kind of sad that I didn't film blind reactions for the rest of the season, but I will definitely be doing that for the finale episode next week, and the rest of the season that came, the episodes 1 through 6, I have seen them once before. However, I don't really remember all that much that happened. I remember like the big plot points that happened in the season, so like I know enough to like continue watching it, but like I don't really remember anything that happened in the first episode. So I am gonna be going back and doing commentaries on those, and it'll probably be almost the same as if it was a first reaction, because I really don't remember that much. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and think about that for the next week, and just cry. I don't know. I don't know how to process my emotions. I'm gonna go think about what I just witnessed, what I just watched for the next week, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm not okay. Bye. I just realized that in my outburst of emotions, I forgot to mention the do the thing, the subscribe, like, follow the socials down below. Thanks for watching. I'm still not okay. Bye. Have a good night.